to international standard. First class. And the resources are available to us as a government. I don't want to be willing or rather in self-pity. That is why Mr. Deputy Speaker and the members, I am here to answer you people on what we agreed last December. We have security situation in our land, not only in northern part of Nigeria, it's in southern part of Nigeria. See it even here. Before people here, do you see this kind of security around? No. Like I said, security I won't discuss it publicly, but I know what to do if I'm the president. Our president is trying his best within available resources. I am in the room, so I know resources are, our programs are, and the programs, and even instructions given for implementation. I, Senator Dr. Chris Ngige, native of Iowa, in the Demili South local government area of Nigeria, of Anambra State, I formally declare that I am contesting for President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So Nigerians know me, and I know Nigerians. Some people will come and say, oh, this government has not done much. The Oma is part of this government, they didn't do much. Who? Access. Government has built Enugu and Ichado. Government has built Second Niger Bridge. Government Anu Enugu Okigwe Aba Port the airports are remanded to international standard. First class. And the resources are available to us as a government. I don't want to be willing or rather in self-pity. That is why Mr. Deputy Speaker and the members, I am here to answer you people on what we agreed last December. We have security situation in our land, not only in northern part of Nigeria, it's in southern part of Nigeria. See it even here. Before people here, do you see this kind of security around? No. Like I said, security I won't discuss it publicly, but I know what to do if I'm the president. Our president is trying his best within available resources. I am in the room, so I know resources are, our programs are, and the programs, and and even instructions given for implementation. I, Senator Dr. Chris Ngige, native of Imo, in the Demili South local government area of Nigeria, of Anambra State, I formally declare that I am contesting for President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
A very good morning to you and welcome to today's edition of Trending Issues. Of course, it comes to you live from AF Television. How are you today? I trust your day is going just well as it's supposed to be. I'm a regular anchor on the program Trending Issues. My name is Faith Okanwa. You know how we do it, and the program we do it. We'll talk about issues trending, of course, in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Of course, we're in the political season. The big year is coming. That's talking about 2023, when we're going to have the general elections, the presidential election, the governorship election, State House of Assembly, national, so many elections, and so many persons have come out, especially for the almighty presidential seat from the south, west, north, and east. So many persons have come out, and of course, the newest of them all is Senator Chris Ngige. That is the Minister for Labor and Employment. Of course, he declared yesterday at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Idemili South local government area of Anambra State, and he said that he is the right person. Of course, everybody is saying he is the right person, but then the truth is that Nigerians are the ones to decide who is actually the right person. Of course, we need the best candidate for 2023 so that we will be in a better position to enjoy our country, Nigeria. And of course, if you listen to Chris Ngige in that video that was playing before my voice and my face came up on the screen, you will hear him saying that he has served in so many levels in the state government, in the assembly, and of course in the federal government level. He is the current minister, that is the Minister for Labor and Employment, and he's saying that he has served for over 40 years and he has all the experiences he needs. He's a jack of all trades, master of all. That is Chris Ngige. But of course, so many persons have shown concern, and someone say, why is Chris Ngige declaring for presidency when ASUU, that is Academic Staff Union of Universities, when our school children, universities children, students are still at home and nothing has been done for getting to 3 months. And of course, you know that they embarked on the warning strike 1 month. From 1 month, they extended it to 3 months. And of course, that strike is still on. And Chris Ngige is saying that he is not to be blamed for the ASUU strike. And of course, he said that he's not the employer of ASUU, and as such, he doesn't have the power to pay them. And the only thing he can do is just to mediate, persuade some persons to ensure that that matter is resolved. I'm going to take some quotes from Chris Ngige trying to exonerate himself from ASUU strike, being the person in charge of ASUU and being the cause of ASUU strike. I'm going to quote Chris Ngige now, and he said, some persons have been feeding the public with wrong information that my office is to blame for the incessant strikes by labor unions. In the case of the university unions, it is important to make it clear that the federal government is not owing them salaries and wages. Rather, what is being owed is a carryover of allowances and academic allowances and end allowances from the past administration, and that the carryover is being paid in installment under a negotiated agreement. In 1 or 2 occasions that government defaulted for lack of revenue to pay, it was properly rescheduled. And of course, he went further to say, for example, ASUU invented a payment platform called UTAS. UTAS, that is a payment platform there, yeah. UTAS has been subjected to necessary tests by National Information Technology Development Agency, that is NITDA, which said it cannot recommend the system for use, having passed user acceptability test but failed integrity and credibility tests. ASUU said Ngige can do the magic to force NIDA to clear UTAS and also force the Ministry of Finance to deploy it. This magic is beyond me. They ascribed the powers I don't have to my office. However, conciliation and arbitration is within the ambit of my ministry, and we are doing whatever we can, including persuasion and subtly moving into other ministries to try to persuade them in order to resolve some of the issues. I'm a concerned parent whose children are also in the public universities in Nigeria. End of quote. That is the Minister for Labor and Employment trying to exonerate himself, saying, hey, I am not in charge of ASUU. It is not in my hands to call off the strike. It is not in my hands to meet the demands of the Academic Staff Union of Universities and to see that our children are back in school. But then I am doing what I can. I have been mediating, calling on some other persons that has more power than I am to ensure that this issue, the ASUU strike, is resolved. And of course, the ASUU is still on strike, and Ngige has declared, and then Nigerians, it is now in your hand to decide who you will vote come 2023. And the best thing you can do for yourself is just to go and get your PVC if you do not have. If you've not registered, it is very easy. You can register online, pick it, and do the needful. 2023. All right, still trending issues, AF Television. Don't forget, you can join us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. You can join us from wherever you are in the world, and you can also drop your comments, make your contributions on all the topics that we are talking about, and we can take the much as we can this morning. All right, let's move ahead to other issues that are trending in Nigeria. We'll go quickly to Imo State, where we have series of attacks, gunmen attacks, terrorist attacks, military attacks, and so many of them. Of course, on Sunday, it was a Black Sunday in Olu, precisely Olu and ASUU local government area of Imo State, where so many persons died, some properties were burnt, and some persons have been saying, oh, these are unknown gunmen, and some are saying that it was as a result of a clash between the unknown gunmen and some security operatives. And of course, we know that Governor Hope Uzodinma had serially met the president of Nigeria, that's President Muhammadu Buhari, to dialogue and see how they can resolve this matter. And of course, the president has given one or two advice and approved one or two for the state, Imo State. And you can recall that initially, the governor of Imo State, that's talking about Governor Hope Uzodinma, had said that the attacks in Imo State was being sponsored by the IPOB, that is the indigenous people of Biafra, and their military part, that is the ESN. But now the governor recently came out to say that it is no longer the IPOB that are sponsoring the attacks in his state, that is Imo State, and he attributed that attack to wicked politicians, according to the governor. We'll just play that video. Let's take a listen.
If anybody tells you that IPOB is the one killing people in Olu zone, it is not correct. Wicked politicians are sponsoring the killings in Olu. Last week in Oberuru, the APC ward chairman was killed in his house. The APC secretary was killed in his house. APC woman leader was killed in his house. I have cross-checked since the inception of this banditry. Not one PDP man has died. Not one PDP man, his house has been attacked or burnt. So it is very clear to me that these people are after APC. I am sorry for those who will come in a very naked daylight and want to be after government. Only a weak government can allow that. It is my hope that the people who are doing this will use the period of Easter and they repent. If they don't repent, government will come all out. I have decided to say this because the people behind this are also carrying the blackmail. They are the one that will kill. They are the one that will come out to blame government. They think we don't know what they are doing. I think their cup is now full. And killing of innocent people must stop in Imo State.
That is Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State in that very emotional speech. Of course, it's quite sad when you wake up every day in a state you're governing and you hear a series of attacks, people are dying, and it seems the security personnel are so overwhelmed because Imo State has turned into something else. But there is still hope that something can be done to remedy the situation in Imo State. Some persons in Olu, precisely, and also that area that is the hottest in attacks in the state. Some of them have fled their villages, some of them have fled their communities to neighboring towns and states. Of course, it's not a very good one at that. All right, it's trending issues, AF Television. Join us on all our social media platforms. Drop your comments, make your contributions on the topics that we are talking about this morning, and we'll take them much as we can. All right, let's go over to another issue that has been trending for some days, and it has caused some persons to say their own opinion. Of course, it is your right to say whatever thing you want. You have the right to talk, but then when you're saying something, you have to be very careful. All right, we're talking about the videos have been trending for some days concerning a 10-year-old girl of a Chrisland school in Lagos State, and that video had caused controversies, and the mother of that child has come out to say that her daughter was raped. Of course, they went for a competition, according to what the school is saying. They went for a competition in Dubai, and one thing led to the other. Something happened, but the school is saying that the girl was not raped, while the mother of the girl is saying she was raped. And of course, we cannot play that video because it is not a good sight to behold. But some persons have reacted, while some are saying that the mother failed in her duties, and some are saying that the school failed in its duties as well. And of course, recently, Pastor David Ibiyeomie of Salvation Ministries, he has come out to say, please, if your children are not yet in the university, if they are not in the tertiary institutions of learning, do not give them a phone. And of course, that video was recorded with a phone, and it was shared also with a phone. Let's take a look at the video by Pastor Ibiyeomie.
Don't buy phone for any child who has not gone to university. It will sound very awkward. I know you are too civilized, but don't do it. David, I refused to buy him a phone till he got into high school. I told him you will never use a phone until you enter university. He told me, thank you, now I know the meaning. Don't buy phone. It's not civilization. Phone and tablets, many things pop up. They can use your own. Let them use your own phone. It's your phone. Buy landline, put in your parlor. Say every child you're free, use it. Let them use it. They will not agree. Stand your ground. Say, all my mates is not your mates. That's what I want. You are now buying Apple phone for a 12-year-old child. He said you are civilized. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I like it like that. To make my boy, they use Apple phone. Don't buy phone for any child who has not gone to university.
All right, that is a Pastor Ibiyeomie giving that advice. I think that advice is okay. I buy it. But then if you must buy a phone for your child, of course, in some situations, you need to get them a phone, especially when they are in boarding schools, let's say boarding schools. And even if they are living with you in the same house, you may be outside and you need to reach them. You have to get to them through a phone. But of course, the pastor is still suggesting another thing. You can get a landline and keep in your house so that you can be reaching them. But if you must buy them, especially an Android phone, you can place some restrictions. Yes, you can do some restrictions, parental guidance on the phone, even on your televisions. You can do all these things to try to curb their access into the internet. Of course, the internet is wide and vast. Everybody can access anything you want so far you have data, but then you can also place some restrictions as far as children are concerned. And of course, that matter is still on, and the head teacher and some other persons that are involved in the trip, the Dubai trip, that's talking about Chrisland school Dubai trip, they are supposed to go to the police station. Of course, the investigation is still on to ascertain what actually happened, if the girl was actually raped or not. Of course, I hope that you have taken the advice. Please, if you are a parent, make sure that you check your girl child, check your boy child, check your children, give them some parental advice, and I hope that they will turn out well for you. And of course, still talking about that, a video that has gone viral now showed some teenagers, about 5 of them, 3 boys and 2 girls. One of them said he's 15 years, and they were said they were trying to rent to book a hotel room, and of course they were caught by a concerned citizen. Let's take a look at the video. We'll be right back as well.
The girls, come up. You people are covering. Come now. Come. People are not. Come here. Security. 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 Hey. Just imagine, oh. Just imagine, oh. The girls, come up. You people are covering. Come now. Come. People are not. Come here. Security. 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 Hey. Just imagine, oh. Just imagine, oh. The girls, come up. You people are covering. Come now. Come. People are not. Come here. Security. 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 Hey. Just imagine, oh. Just imagine, oh.
But that video is showing the level of decay we already have in our society, and that goes ahead to show that we'll have a whole lot to do. Parents, teachers, guardians, friends, well-wishers, neighbors, everybody has one role to play to see that our children are retrieved. Of course, you can just imagine the ages of those children. One said he's 15 years. He seems to be the actor. Maybe he was the key leader of that group. And of course, he tried to deny, saying that he was not the one, that he was just trying to book the room, but it was not for himself. And the other ones, especially the girls, they were trying to hide their faces, and they walked out of the hotel premises. It is very sad. Just imagine what the parents would have been doing by that time. Maybe they were in the market selling, trying to make some money to fend for these children. Please, we need to be extremely careful, especially if you have teenagers in your house. You need to be very, very careful, especially in this season where we have internet, we have so many things, we have the phones, we have so many things. And of course, trending issues. Before we call it a wrap today, we'll tell you once the final story we have today is a very exciting news. It has to do with a Nollywood actress, very beautiful, Rita Dominic, 45-year-old Rita Dominic. Of course, she's a veteran. Yeah, she has been acting for a very long time, and she's one of the best, yes, as far as Nollywood is concerned. And of course, yesterday, she tied the knot traditionally with her husband, Fidelis CK, in her hometown, Mbise, in Imo State. And so many Nigerians have said, oh, congratulations, Rita Dominic. And we are saying congratulations as well. Of course, it's a very exciting news. And we hope that she will have a very blissful and exciting. All right, that's how we'll call it a wrap on today's edition of Trending Issues. Thank you so much for joining us from wherever you hooked up. Join us on all our social media platforms. Read our news content from our news website, and you will not regret it. My name is still Faith Okanwa. Thank you so much. Until I come your way next time, it is bye for now.